Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
Walker Kessler sits in our player spotlight this week. Adam Lucas and I had a chance to speak with Walker a little earlier in this week, and gosh, what a fun young guy he is. I think you're going to enjoy the conversation, plus a terrific basketball player just trying to navigate his way through his freshman year. Let's get to know Walker Kessler a little bit better.
This is big picture here. How's it going so far? I mean, it has been a weird year for so many reasons. Yeah, what's it been like?
I mean, there's not really a precedent to tell you.
Right.
It's been weird. It's been really weird. You know, you go to your basketball, do your basketball stuff. You know, stay at the gym, and go to your dorm. You know, that's basically it. So that's been weird. But I definitely think that, like, without the basketball side of it, it would be miserable. You know, just staying, and like no wonder students went home. Like
Sure.
I would too if I wasn't doing anything else. So it's definitely been bizarre, and I think like not having our pregame like scrimmages and all that stuff has hurt us, especially us being kind of a young team.
What do you think you've learned basketball-wise these last 5 or 6 months?
The first thing I learned is Coach Williams likes to run, which I'm not opposed to. I think that's one of the strong suits I have is being able to run, and just like you have to respect every opponent you play. It's not like high school where you go against some, like, not to insult high school varsity players, but some, like, schmo that's like –
Some guys like us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Walker be warming up. He'd look the other side. Look at those guys over there.
but, yeah, like, every opponent can have, a breakout game. And I just feel like that's really been the biggest standout to me is just, like, you have to respect every opponent because everyone's at this D1 level. Regardless of what team they're on, they're still on that level being, a competitive player. So,
I know you missed a couple of weeks right before the season got started. How tough was that basketball-wise to try to catch back up after missing some key time there?
That was a difficult time for sure. Yeah, that was tough. There's not really words I can say to kind of explain how tough that was, but just trying to go hard as you can in practice and, get your win back, get like your mentality back with all the plays, and because there's definitely, I'm sure y'all could see it, and like in the first couple of games where I was, eyes wide, looking around, like where am I supposed to go? So just figuring that out, and I think that's been kind of the toughest part about coming back, but now I feel pretty confident.
We were talking the other day. I think you might ask more questions in practice than everyone else put together. How do you think that benefits you? Because a lot of times freshmen aren't willing to admit they don't know or they don't know what they don't know.
Yeah. Funny you mentioned that. Some of my teammates have been talking about that too. And a lot of them are genuine questions because I'm a very, inquisitive person. I want to know. But sometimes I just want a breather. So if I can just ask a question.
Savvy move.
Yeah,
that's a veteran move.
Yeah. Just ask a question, get a coach talking, Oh, yeah. Got it, coach. Appreciate it. But no, I do. You can ask anyone I know. I've always not really been afraid to ask questions, admit that I'm wrong on something or, well, I won't say that. My siblings say I'm pretty stubborn, which is probably true. But I've always asked questions.
What's a question you've asked in the last couple of weeks that you feel like whatever the answer was kind of gave you a different outlook on things?
It's not so much a different outlook. It's just, why do we do this? Kind of like, why would I switch on this or hedge on this when I've got someone back? And a lot of it's just going back to, like, you got to trust your teammates, especially on the defensive end. And then in high school, I was always in a position to just, protect the rim. So whatever you do, just protect the rim. So, getting out on screens and hedging has been a big change. But I love it. And, like, being able to trust your teammates, like they got your back and I've got theirs. It's a camaraderie thing, and, like, it just makes the team better on the defensive end.
You were talking about your competitiveness earlier. I think we've seen that on the court already in this short amount of time so far this season. How do you kind of toe that line of being fiery and competitive but not getting down on yourself if something goes wrong?
I'm pretty hard on myself. I'm sure it's not very hard to see on the court. It's a fine line, because you have so much care and you want to do so well. And, usually I'll just, give myself a clap or like a slap on the floor or something, just kind of release, that frustration and just move on to the next play. Easier said than done.